Hello everyone.
Good morning. Hello everyone.
This is Chef Nabil. He's my cousin. And together we're going to take you into the old city to explore the city which we grew up in, but this time from a different angle. We're going actually to go on and nash
Nash food,
which means
small bite of unique traditional Holy Land food. Like knafe, tahini, we're going to go to different places where we can have also kaik, where we'll have hummus, falafel, shawarma.
you know, my mother said, shall I do something for lunch today? I said, I'm going with Nabil eating all day. Don't cook anything. So we're starting where? At the Damascus Gate. This is the main gate, the principal gate of the old city of Jerusalem. If you leave it, you travel all the way north, it takes you all the way to Damascus. And the gate itself, plus the walls, are dating back to the time of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, all right, from the mid of the 16th century. Mentioning Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, right, which is actually the Ottoman Turkish period, they have actually great impact over our food, right?
A lot of our food is very impacted with Turkish cuisine, what do you say? So, because the Turkish, they were here for almost 450 years. So most of our food, 90% of food, goes back to the Turkish food.
But we have some original food, which is 100% Palestinian, Lebanese in a way, falafel, hummus. And try to look at all these stands over here. The villagers, they come from the surrounding area of Jerusalem, from Hebron.
Right? Selling all their products, fresh products like figs, because it's the season of the figs. They have different kind of grapes, which is the different colors. They have also...
Here, let's have a look at it. Nabil.
A Malban, this is Malban, which is made from grapes. Okay, they boil the grapes with sugar and they let it dry.
How do you peel this? دقيقة واحد بس ناخذ واحدة. Here we go.
Yeah.
نبيل.
Yeah,
يلا سادة.
Yeah, tasty.
This reminds me of my childhood. It's good. I'm taking this.
It's the season now. Figs is very tasty. From figs we can make it dry.
You know, it's one of the 7 species mentioned in the book of Deuteronomy, which God granted to the people of this land.
Even you can stuff it. The figs, you can stuff it with chicken. It's very tasty. You can eat it as a fruits also.
Didn't you stuff it one time with onions when you did musafa?
Yeah.
That would be
one day we stuff it with chicken and onion and sumac and olive oil and we cook it in the oven. And we serve it with some molasses dip.
When the Romans had put the gate over here, this was the forum, okay, of the city. And from here, going all the way down, 2 roads sprouted out, the main roads of the city. They called it a cardo, from the word cardium, the heart. So we had Cardo Maximus, which goes all the way to the south, and the Cardo Minimus, which goes all the way down toward the Wailing Wall. So that's basically the 2 roads that we're going to go through.
Yeah, vine leaves. Okay. This traditionally we boil it in water, then we stuff it with mincemeat and rice, and we cook it. It's very tasty. Even you can mix it with some mincemeat, with some tomatoes, and you sell it. Or you can give it as an appetizer, as our main course.
Or do wara blahme.
Yeah.
Okay, fill it up with the meat over here, like a kebab meat, or just meat, and bake it in the oven. Yeah. Yep. Well, it's rich.
Yeah, I can smell. Yeah.
Approaching a bakery. You know what was that?
This is what we call it manish. Manouche in English and in Arabic, which is normally pita bread mixed with olive oil and za'atar and bake it in the oven. Even you can put some white cheese, it's very tasty. Traditionally, we eat this kind of manish during breakfast.
This is how it goes. Wow. Oh, this is right.
Enjoy it.
Listen, this is really, hang on.
You can see how it's soaked in olive oil and za'atar and sesame seeds. It's very tasty. Yeah, it's very oily.
It's olive oil.
It's olive oil.
Healthy. And by the way, the hyssop is a painkiller. Allows more oxygen all the way up to the brain. It's mixed with how many spices over here, the hyssop?
I think they put sumac, Normally they make the za'atar, they make it dry in the sun. They mix it with sumac, salt, and olive oil. That's it. It's one kind of spice, only sumac.
But this is really, listen, I remember having this for breakfast since childhood. You know, just a piece of bread, some hyssop, okay, your za'atar with some olive oil dip in. Nothing can beat this. And look over here, Nabil. Look at the kusa.
We call it,
This is kusa.
yeah, we call it zucchini, courgette,
Squash.
fresh one.
Look at the baby one.
Yeah.
This is, by the way, how we eat it in our country. We don't go on and buy the one which is like 1 meter long. Small ones stuffed with rice and meat, baked up with some vine leaves.
And now it's the season of gawafia, which is normally comes from the north of a city called Kalkilia, the fresh gawafia.
They used to have over here all these food stands in the Crusader period, all these little tiny restaurants, and it was so much of fried oil that you could smell it probably from 1 kilometer.
Different kind of pickles like turnip. This is like chili. All of them pickles. Different kind of olives. Yeah. This is turnip, and the color it comes from the beetroots.
This is, listen, it's good sour, it's vinegar in a way, and look at the little tiny eggplants and even the tomatoes.
Yeah, tomatoes. Different kind of olives, blacks. We have also kalamata, pickles, cucumber.
Ah, this is grilled
and
pickled olives. This is the first time I ever see it.
And it's fitted. There is no seeds inside, right? It's fitted, yeah.
Right, it's really different. Nowadays in the market you can find almost everything. You have shoes, you have pants over here, you have toys. Right next to it the pastry shop, and then some other places, of course, you have the pickles, the food, a butcher, meat store, I mean everything right next to each other. So, even, you know, right now it's also the season for dates. So you can see over here all the dates, that's the one which is called Mejjoul.
Yeah.
You know, originally, this comes all the way from Morocco.
From Morocco originally.
From one of the oases. And the funny thing is, it came all the way via Arizona to the Holy Land.
Well, I mean, Jericho now it's very famous in dates, and it's the season now.
So beside the dates, which are of course very healthy, okay, and calories wise, it's about 25 to 40 calories each piece of it.
You know, you can eat dates like that, and even you can cut it, take the seeds and stuff it in some walnuts. It's very tasty.
Listen here, try it. I mean, look how fleshy it is.
Yeah, this leather.
You see, you take the seeds out,
Exactly. But you
and you put some walnuts, and you eat it just like that.
What about some chocolate?
And even you can coat it in chocolate. It's very tasty.
Or, you know what, I've seen in some other places, they do it actually with pistachios.
Pistachio.
And coconut.
And even you can stuff.
No, the whole thing is surrounded like grinded pistachio.
فستق حلبي.
Here, give me one of these. Oh, yeah. So stuff it over here with the pistachio. Do you have some chocolate to dip it in?
guess what? Then it will become unhealthy if you put fried chocolate.
Well,
Even if you want to make it fancy, you can stuff it with some marzipan. Very
this is
tasty.
that temptation.
Our own za'atar, we call it thyme, wild thyme. They ground it, you know, in the sun, and then after that they mix it with sesame, olive oil, salt, and sumac.
Show me this over here. Let's see. This is from the region of Hebron. You know, it's coronavirus, but we're still dipping our fingers in. It's a bad habit.
This is traditionally za'atar. We eat at breakfast. We mix it with some olive oil, and just to dip it with pita bread, olive oil, and za'atar, and eat it just like that.
This one
as nashnushi.
But try this nash over here. That's a different taste of za'atar, Nabil. Check it up. It's totally different than what we are used
You
to.
can smell also. Yeah, now we're going to go to one of a butchery where he's selling different kind of meats. On your right side, you have a beef leg. Okay. And inside the fridge, you have different kind of whole lamb.
But let's come in over here. Look, we the locals, whenever we buy our lamb, first of all, the whole thing should be hanging.
That's right, yeah.
Second thing is you need to touch the meat to tell if it's fresh or not.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, the purpose of hanging meat for at least 10 to 12 to 14 days in order to make it tender, because if you just slaughter a lamb or a beef or what kind of meat, it should be at least hanged for 10 to 2 weeks in order to make it more tender. It's more tasty.
But one thing which I remember, that also we hang it over here, that we can tell that it's baladi. That means it's local, as we don't buy any imported lamb.
From the fat, because this is a whole lamb. You can see from its, that's a male. You can see from its textile.
Well, hang on. If we open over here the fridge, okay, if you want to really to tell if it's fresh or not, what you need to do is check the testicles, you know, you touch the balls. If it's smooth, okay, and the color itself, you know, through that you can tell if it's fresh or not. So remember, you want to tell if it's a fresh lamb or not, touch the balls, the testicles. Oh, look at these. That's basically the head, is it? No?
This is the tongue and what we call the sweet bread, lagalir. Okay, and this is the tongue of the lamb, لسان الخروف.
So this is the prickly pear over here.
Kitab Guinness.
Nabil, pick it up over here. By the way, you should not touch the shell because usually it has all the thorns on it.
Yeah, that's why they call it prickly pear.
Prickly pear,
Wow,
and they're
wow,
so
wow.
sweet and they're so delicious. This is usually typical summer. We're at the end of the
Wow.
season right now with that.
It is.
So we call it sabr, which means patient.
Yeah.
By the way, the tree itself comes from South America. Yeah, the first one came over here around 250 years ago.
And you know what you can eat with sabr? You can mix it with eggs to make it like an omelette. It's very tasty. Yeah, prickly. Yeah, Rogus yogurt.
Look at all the seasoning. Juicy. Listen, nothing can beat this. You know, my wife, she would die right now for some of these. Well, she's not in this country, so that's why. So we're just coming to the Christian quarter right now. That, you know, the Malkukri or Khan el-Zaid, that's the dividing line between the Christian quarter and the Muslim quarter.
Now we're going to go.
Look at all the people coming down, having their bagel at hand.
Yeah,
Kaik. That's where we're going. Yalla. Sabah khair. So this is our famous Jerusalem kaik.
That's right, what we call it bagel. Normally it's made of flour,
Hold-
yeast, some sugar, salt,
Oh, still
and
hot.
it's coated with sesame. And the secret of the coating of sesame, they mix sesame with water and honey, and then they bake it in an oven. And the secret of the kaik, especially in the old city and especially in this bakery, is the type of food they're using. They're using lemon wood and olive wood.
So this is one of the, what, one or two places?
This is the only place, the best delicious kaik in the whole city.
But listen, I remember as children, Sunday morning, no school, wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning in the pajamas, okay, and
Go to
flip-flops
the city
by kaik.
and buy kaik. Normally you can eat it just plain like that. You can dip it with olive oil and za'atar. You can
The
bake
eggs.
it with baked egg. Normally, how would they bake the eggs? They put it in a pot with some straw and just they bake it in the oven, and it works. It goes like that. It's just the color. Normally, the eggs the color is white, but when they bake it in the oven, it needs at least from 5 to 6 hours in a low temperature.
Well, that's what adds to the taste of it. So usually if you come to Jerusalem to have a good breakfast, you get the kaik, the bagel, some cheese, white cheese,
White cheese,
Jibna Nabulsiya from Nablus,
salted cheese,
za'atar,
mix
olive
of
oil,
za'atar and olive oil,
eggs, and falafel.
And falafel.
and falafel. Actually, they do bake their own falafel over here.
That's right.
They
make
stuff it with
big one.
onions.
They stuff it with onions and
Sumak.
sumac. That's right.
when it comes to it. He's eating it with yogurt actually, and some falafel over there,
And chili,
and
chili pepper.
and the falafel over there too. So, as I said, this is typical breakfast. صح شباب؟ يلا صحة. The best. Okay, we're just by the 8th station of the cross. Okay, that's where Jesus met the women of Jerusalem. If you remember by the gates, by Damascus Gate, there were women selling vegetables and so on. That would have been something similar to that 2,000 years ago. But the reason I'm pointing it out right now, we're not on a Via Dolorosa, we're on a food tour. And Nashnash, what we said, we're going actually to that little shop over there on the corner, right above the 7th station. And Nabil, what we're going to have over there?
We're having hummus. I mean, this is the best shop in the whole city, which we call him Abu Shukri. It's a family business which goes back to 90 years.
And there are several Abu Shukrs, but I think this is the best of the best. Of the of all of them.
You see over there the hummus home ready. Tahini. It's a mix of lemon juice, chili pepper.
And there's the raw material over there.
This is
So that's the hummus. That's the chickpeas being basically well boiled, cooked.
This is the fava beans,
Fool?
or what you call it, fool mudammas. Okay. Normally, falafel also is made from chopped chickpeas, some parsley, coriander, garlic, and onion, mixed spices, salt, black pepper. Traditionally, he's making like a presentation how he presented with hummus. Some cooked chickpeas, from tahini paste, which is made from sesame. Okay, a bit of paprika, all right? Dissolute olive oil.
A lot of olive oil.
Yeah. You can add some chopped parsley.
That's called Jerusalem.
It's a mix of fava beans, fool mudammas, some hummus mixed together. This one is hummus. This is fava beans. This is the soaked chickpeas with tahini, and this is what we call it utsiye, or what we call it Jerusalem platter, which is a mix of fool mudammas and chickpeas and tahina, garnished with paprika, and also you can use chopped parsley, right?
And we have to try the food, right?
Yeah, of course. And of course, we're using pita bread. We don't
Yes.
eat pork.
We eat the way that Jesus ate, using our hands.
Your right hand, not left hand.
You know, listen, my little daughter, okay, you know, she lives abroad, right? So she eats like us. And when she dips in, this is what happens. I mean, you just dip it in like this, and then you have oil, the olive oil dripping off. You can imagine my wife freaking out.
Enjoy it. Bon appetit. In Arabic we say صحتين وعافية.
Aha.
Wow.
And the most important, the onions. Now in the past, okay, we did not get the onions chopped like this. Hang on. هات لك بصل زي ما هي. بس واحدة. This is how we used to get the onions usually. And we used to put it over here, and then what? It's not working. البصل, it's fake onions. جرب اضرب, try it. No. كان لازم أظهر. Ah, you see, it worked over there. This is it. That's what I want. Aha. And then you grab the inner part of it like this, and
After that, no kisses, huh?
no kisses.
البصل لازم هيك تعمل.
But this works really the best with the mask. It's hot, but it's good.
This is a shop where they're selling shawarma. Shawarma, it's normally originated from Turkey. This is chicken.
Chicken legs.
Normally, shawarma it's made either from chicken, turkey, lamb, veal, and even pork. And you can serve it with different kind of, you can see different kind of salads, which is pickles, some onion with sumac, tahini, oriental salad.
So you can see how they're going to chop it right now. This is our next bite, our
Yeah.
next nash.
Nash nash.
Okay, so here we go right now. So حطينا شوية سلطة طحينية عليه, please. So this is cucumber with tomatoes and tahini.
And tahini,
Okay, then some pickles.
some pickles.
مخلل, some pickles please. Definitely onions with sumac is a must, no?
Yeah.
A little bit of that. And chili sauce.
Some chili sauce.
You want what chili?
Yeah.
Chili Turkish, this is Turkish chili sauce.
Turkish salad, yeah, Turkish salad. And some bit of chili.
Okay.
You like chili? You like?
Yeah, he likes chili. He's eating that. هات الكيس هذا نبيل. نبيل. After that hummus,
no, it's
you're
too
eating.
much. No, you eat
no,
it.
you're
Okay.
eating it this time.
The smell is very tasty. I'm going to, and even the pita is very fresh pita.
That's why I've asked him to put all the
Yeah.
chili, especially for you.
Especially for me. You need a bite, you need a nash nash.
No, nash. This time, well, you know what? Here. One, together. 1, 2.
Wow,
This is good.
very tasty.
Well, listen, we're cousins, so we're okay.
Yeah, no coronavirus.
No coronavirus.
The meat is very tender. Wow.
The chili is really hot. It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Very tasty. You need a bite?
Hang on, I'll take a bite.
Take a bite. أنا خلاص I'm
Okay.
alright.
All right, here we go. 1, 2. But that's a book which was written by Nabil, right?
Yeah, actually, this is a grocery kitchen terms. It's an international grocery kitchen terms. Wherever you work, in Jerusalem, in China, in the States, in Romania, in Poland, you can see these terms, which is a mix of English, French, and Arabic.
By
Right,
the way,
yeah.
I'm putting that advertisement, especially in the video, because
Yeah.
you're going to pay me $10,000 for that advertisement.
I'm pleasure. So I'm giving it as a gift to the owner of this place.
شكرا كثير عمي يسلمك.
حبيبي.
يلا يعطيك
وقع.
العافية. Look what they have over here. العافية.
جوال ورق دوالي.
So let's have a look at what they have over here. Oh, this is the vine leaves
Vine
with
leaves
the...
stuffed with minced meat and some potatoes and onion cooked.
One of the spice shops over here. So you can see the za'atar, you can see the cardamom. Okay,
Yogurt.
saffron.
I mean, this is artificial one.
Well, this is basically, I think there's two different types of saffron. There's the jasmine, right? And there's the other one. Here, let's go and have a look at what they have. Hang on. Let's see what the difference between two different saffrons at one of the spice shop. So this is the real saffron, مظبوط.
This is saffron.
And this is the saffron flower.
هذا من وين؟ إسبانيا ولا تركيا؟ Iran.
This comes
from Iran.
from Iran.
Which is Persia.
Okay, and this is
Locally.
local saffron, but that's made of different flour, right? It's nothing really combined to this. Like over here, a pinch of this, like this over here, this little bit, it goes for about $30 if you look at it. While, by the way, they say that this is really healthy. Men, you're recommended to drink it as a tea.
That's right. Yeah.
And the other one, the local saffron, you can actually, for $30, you can probably buy like 1 kilo of it, of that. So that's the difference, but of course, no match when it comes to taste, huh?
That's right. Yeah.
On that one. Jafar, right? It's the
This
famous
is one
one.
famous Jaffa where they make different kind of sweets. The fresh knafe which comes now from the
Just baked, right?
baked, yeah. Now he's going to drizzle it with some sugar syrup in order to be soaked. The history of knafe it goes back to the 10th century. Normally they say it comes from Syria.
So this one over here, we should not be doing this, but I'm just moving this because at home that's how we eat it basically. It's hot, okay, but then you take it. Oh, look at the cheese of it, wow. Look at the cheese, how melty it is. Take yourself a fork. Now, we're going down there.
To the Tahini factory.
Factory, yalla.
Norman, actually now we are in one of the old place where they make a family business tahina which goes back to 130 years. You can see the old way how to ground the roasted sesame.
So you can literally see the sesame all the way on the top of the grinding wheel.
So this is a place where especially with different kind of halva. Halva is made from tahini,